All right, so back to this. Don't really know what to say, right? Been a hot minute since I've done well, not really. It's only been about a month, close to like month and a half. But even then, the last one I did was the longer roads replay through, right? I believe the last original, or I guess new mod I played before then was a Take Two, which was probably closer like 3, 4 months ago. But right, what you're kind of seeing here and what we're getting into, right, is another DDLC mod, right? Uh Still not from the Monica mods list. Yeah, I'm pulling off on that. This is one that I've just been seeing. Um well, originally I tried to play what I thought was called Golden Week, but apparently that's like a sub part of this. I don't actually know. I have no idea what this is about. All I know is that supposedly it's long. So just we'll kind of see what's up. I've stopped like paying attention to synopses because I like to be surprised. But kind of a big thing there, right, is and the reason why I'm starting this or playing this now, if you've seen, with my reborn recordings and videos, right? Kind of at a like stuck at a point in the game. So it's something where what that ends up coming down to is in the meantime, I'm gonna work on it on my own, but I'm not gonna record it, right? I'm gonna do what I need to do for that. So in the meantime, I'll be recording this, right? And it's only gonna be 40-minute parts, so it's nothing too crazy. And at the end of the day, it's like the shit I do for Reborn is on my own. So like I'll just be doing that on my own time. I won't be recording it. But again, like it makes sense. And again, it was weird because like I thought it was called Golden Week, but again, I don't know if that's a separate entity to this, but like I couldn't find it or it led to like a dead page. So I don't know. But we're playing this instead. I don't even know what SNAFU stands for. Let me actually because I'll show you exactly, right? So let's go here. And I forgot because this is what would you call it? Because this is a Zoom, I can actually share. So I did DDLC Golden Week, right? And it sent one snafu, right? Week completion. I guess all right, get some crazy fucking thumbnails, but I think the main thing there, is it's a part of it supposedly. Because then, uh, I did snafu for release, and then it just the page zeroed out. But then I searched up DDLC snafu mod, right? And then I got the full release from here, right? And I didn't really read it. I don't know what it's about. So yeah, let me go back to here again, right? So yeah, I mean, who knows? Just like it's I'm curious. It's been a hot minute since I played like again, an original like new one, right? The last again being Take Two, which wasn't that great. Again, the creator, I'm surprised the creator, took as much of a investment, but I'd say the last good one, like I played was Branching Paths. That was a great mod, like honestly, but you know, yeah, let's just play it, right? Hopefully nothing, it's like nothing too crazy. I'm genuinely curious to see what it's about. The one thing I do know is that apparently it's long as fuck. 1.2.0 in, all right, so it's my Doki Doki. I still don't know what that I don't know if it's an acronym or whatnot, but I like how they changed it's now a speech bubble, right? Let's go for the old settings. But other than that, still looks pretty, I guess, plain. I don't know how to put it or say, but we'll see. Let's just do our name. It's per usual. But I guess we'll kind of see what's going on, right? Okay, so good thing we're not getting the hey man, I'm gonna be running a little late today, so you can go on ahead. And say, all right, hey man, trying to feel to this guy. Interesting. So it's not, you know, so it is a dude, right? So seemingly not Sayori. Um, so the question is, yeah, who is this guy, right? So we're already getting introduced to some new figures, right? Characters. Let's make my morning a bit more peaceful. You thought wrong. That's what I was about to say. You're not getting away from that. It's like it's too late, dog. You know, Yeah, so we already got this mysterious third figure, right? But, it's gonna ignore me. I mean, yeah, it's like who the hell, like, you know, That's what be. Yeah, stupid question, you know. Started off in ISSI or someone I've known since elementary. So walked together, stopped around the beginning of last term. Term, bitch, what school uses term? Well, I guess we use terms, right? You know, but I guess we're in the US we I think we use more like semesters, right? We don't really do trimesters, or at least I haven't done it, but like semesters more, but I guess term is like, you know, that's still it's like pop versus Coke or Jesus Christ, pop versus soda. Like this scene wasn't the result. Neither of us. Hold on, I'm like not fucking reading. Wasn't the result of anything either of us had done. Instead, caused by a third party. Is it the dude at the beginning? Also, like that's very suspicious because like you know a third party forcing themselves. Like I don't see how that would you know cause you to need to like distance. That's like and also like forcing. That's a very strong term to use. Like I don't know if I trust, assuming it's this guy, I don't know how much I trust him. That's very questionable. You know, yeah, that's why it's like it's very, very questionable start, you know. By weird you mean unique and overflowing. Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. Who's, you know, is he referring to himself? Like, what the hell? You know, but also like I'm curious as to who this third guy is. I don't want to. So he's leaving her Kiba. So fucking what is that from Naruto? Like before when we show up. There's usually, you know, don't worry about it. Not truancy. Did you unironically say that? Oh my God. You know, you could always again, good point. So, but then again, in I just don't trust how the MC like the way he phrased it, right? Where he's like forcing themselves, like you know, he says that as if you know this Kiba guy is kind of quite like controlling, and there's a reason why Sayori can't, you know, just be with him. But it was also the MC saying that, right? So very interrupting. Believe me, interruptions are more than welcome. So apparently he doesn't like this guy, but like, why do you not like say anything? Like, seemingly Kiba was again, you know, the first guy. That's why I'm like, you know, like, come on, man. Like, also very questionable text. Like, you know, you can put your foot down and say, like, listen, man, like I think this is a case of the MC not really having a spine or a backbone but like you don't gotta hang out with someone you don't like. Like you know, crazy wild statement. You know, but like if you don't like it, someone you don't need to spend time with them. Like, you know, it doesn't really like make sense why he's like if he like if it's really getting in between him and Sayori, right? Like three of us have never been in the same place. Then how does again this makes no sense. Like this setup makes zero sense. So then how does Sayori know about him if like she's never seen him or been in like I guess you know she has her own interactions with him, but then how does she know about him with the MC? Maybe Kiba confronted again. Like this is making zero sense so far. That's about so that's why I'm like, you know, he seems nice. Like he seems like, you know, like the MC kind of needs to put his foot down and be like, listen, dude, I don't want to like you're annoying. I don't want to spend time with you. Like you know, like that's kind of what I'm getting from this, you know. And if him and Sayori are kind of on this, like that's why I'm like, you don't need to like there. That's but that's why it's like, why if he's that annoying, why are you like spending time with him? Like, but that like again, like that it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no way. Like, listen, I'm an introvert, right? You know, and I like to think that I can that sometimes I put up with like people's shenanigans that I don't need to. But like if it's that big of a deal, you can put your foot down. Like, you know, you don't gotta let this happen, right? You know, Taylor's last day join a culture club. Well, because you know, his ass ain't like, you know, he was just dude, don't the anime appreciation club, do not join that club. I swear to God. Is he like VP or something? You know, but also it's like he's scared of not being able to. Dude, it sounds like you're a fucking hostage to this guy. Like this is actually like you know. I mean, but also like this makes no sense because if he's a part of that club, does he not have friends inside the club? Like if it's a again like it's just this is so weird. Like this is such a weird setup. Like, but also like again, also yeah, the go dude, I use that term. Oh my God. I use that term so fucking much. Like, I swear I bring up the going home club, right? Or I say crew, was it? What do I say? The going home crew, right? You know, again, like you after working so hard to become the president. Like, listen, that's why I'm like, you just gotta do something. Like, like it's just you just gotta do something. You just don't want to be a part of the, go home club, right? So it's more pride. Yeah, you shouldn't. Like, and this is, and again, a neat. Well, to be fair, she has her own club, right? Term stay-at-home husband. Bitch, you need to find a wife to make that happen. What the hell are you talking about? Like, there's certain baselines that need to be met there, but you're not married. That's why I'm like, don't get so caught up in the that's why I'm like, that's a pretty big detail, or something. And again, obviously the literature club, right? It's like you're not even trying. Damn, well, one, she's the vice president. Two, it's a literature club, right? So you got both of them wrong, dumbass. Looking at co-founder and vice president of the school's first, huh? Sayori, this Sayori. All right, this guy is the president of the fucking Go Home Club, so he can, bro, what? This guy's like actually having a visceral reaction, like thinking something. Yeah, he's like, I just I don't understand how Kiba fits in all this. Like, because this is seemingly just the normal setup for the actual game, right? But there's this kind of third figure that was introduced, like, kind of for zero reason. He to me, he seems kind of like a Shiro. Like, it's funny how we're coming off of the two Shiro mods, fucking branching paths and then take two, right? But the dude, he kind of gives off a Shiro vibes. Like, I mean, good. Like, and also obviously he's gonna end up joining the club. Yeah, that's why like, damn, he's never been in a real one. It's like, god damn, didn't have to roast it. I mean, but that's why I'm like, the MC's got nothing to lose in this situation. Like, and if he doesn't want to be a part of, like if Kiva's really that annoying, like, there's really no reason for him not to. I mean, and that's why I say, like, because it's funny because I started playing these back in like 2018. I say back in Jesus, I'm not that like that makes me sound like those fucking Zoomers that shit on Gen Alpha, right? But when because obviously the game came out in 2017, right? I played it first and then started playing mods in like 2018, spring of 2018. I was a senior in high school at that point, and now I've actually just it's been slightly more than 2 years since I've graduated college. So like a lot has happened, but like again for me, my big thing was sports and athletics. But like really, you just gotta do something, right? Like you just gotta do something outside of academics. Like you just don't want to be a part of the go home club. Like clubs aren't really. This is like I hate to say it. That's such a loser thing to say. Like you've literally got nothing to lose. Just give it a shot. Like it'd be different if he joined like because again like what was it branching paths Michael joined the fucking anime club and had a falling out over it, right? I still stand by his decision, but it's kind of like, but you might as well at least give it a shot. Like barrier to entry, damn, dude. Like that's why I'm like, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. Just give it a shot, dude. Like give it a try. Like, yeah, that's why I'm like, but also like to be fair, yeah, and again, this, right? But also like, come on, man. Like, yeah, literally, like again, like you just like gotta do something. Like, but also like, dude, like you're around strangers in school every day. Like, it's not like you're going super far out of your way, come pick you up, bitch. She doesn't have a car. Like what like what? She know where his last classes? Like, yeah, I mean, first bitch, we got fucking transitions, lunchtime, spring se what did that say spring semester? I don't even know. I didn't read it quick enough. I didn't think we get a transition. You know, that's hard to see. Hideaway and think about him approaching, dude. Are we gonna get the craziest fucking sprite for this guy? Like, to be fair, the MC probably doesn't like, well, not probably. We know he doesn't have that big of a spine or a backbone, but like, dude, you can put your foot down. Like, you know, think more about the clubs. I mean, you already got, the one you're attending. And also, to be fair, it's literally the last day. Is this guy gonna get a Sprite? Okay, they just use a normal MC Sprite, right? So like nothing too crazy. They use the fucking Chad MC Sprite, but this dude seems annoying as fuck. Like the universe, what the hell? Like, dude, like I'm actually very because like it's so weird because I mean, because this goes into like more middle school territory. Like generally you can tell when you don't fit in a group, right? When you kind of don't vibe with like whatever members or like if you don't like kind of coalesce well, I guess, it's weird because it's only two people here. But it's like if you're a Kiba shoes, you're trying to like, be friends with the MC, but like he's really kind of not feeling it. Like it's not reciprocal. It's kind of one side. It's like, you think you just like cut it off before like, you try to like, like you can be friends with like other people. Like, that's just crazy concept. But bitch fucking all right, I really like the question mark expression. I hope they do that to the other characters, right? But why are you tucked away in this corner? We don't even know where he is. Just figure out practice be more. Shut the fuck up, dude. Today is right, dude. There's no fucking way we're getting like decision. The last day, give your friends, dude. All right, listen. When I said put your foot down, you don't got to be a dick, right? You don't got to be an asshole. Like, I know I talked about putting your foot down, right? But you don't got to be like this. Like, you know, you can just be like, all right, look, man, like I'm join. I have a club that I'm gonna join. I can't join yours. I'm sorry, right? Like you can say some shit like that. Like you don't gotta be a dick about it. I'm gonna say the last day to join clubs because like I do think the MC needs to put his foot down, but there's no reason to be a dick about it. Literally, just be like, look, I've already got a club. I'm sorry. Just I know you wanted me to join yours, but I've got one in mind. Like time to keep us. All right, dude. But also it's like, yeah, like this dude's just so weird. Like this is, and again, like who Sayori mentioned our way to school, because again, he knows, or at least they saw each other, right? Sayori, didn't she help Starlit? Even he knew. The MC had no fucking clue, made herself vice. Yeah, when you found a club, you generally have a fucking like leadership position. Like that's not a crazy concept, she's a, but also like I mean, it's you can tell it's not that serious. Like it's not that deep. Like this dude's fucking part of the anime appreciation club. Like, it ain't that serious. Like, so tell you what, damn, like Jesus, you don't need to fucking shit talk him. What the hell? Like, yeah, that's why I'm like, what? I believe there's someone out there who's went like, yeah, what the hell? Like, person, damn, the, this guy is so fucking. These two are so weird. Like, this is just such an odd fucking like conversation that they're having. Like, I feel like these two are like aliens trying to be normal and like fit into society. Like, that's like the rough equivalent of like these two talking to each other. Like, know. But apparently, if we met this Kiba guy or at least got the message before Sayori, I don't think this guy's going to be a minor character. He's probably going to have a decent part in the mod. So, like, I mean, and also like, and I guess now we get a kind of interesting dynamic that you don't normally see because I think you can tell based on what he's saying where this is going, right? Because like obviously him saying, "I'm surprised she hasn't asked you to join up with her yet," because again, the implication being that she kind of has a thing for him, right? And this is something you don't really see in the original because it's the MC and then it's all girls, right? It's not two dudes, right? For as awkward as these two are and kind of like as weird as they are, like they're still, I mean, maybe they call themselves friends, but they're on kind of the same wavelength and they can have these conversations, right? She actually did. That's why I'm like, damn. Well, that it's the person, because what did he say? The MC said like, oh, I was already asked, right? I've already talked with someone about it. So that's Sayori, right? Dude, I swear we need to fucking kill this guy. Like, what the hell is this fucking face, dude? Like, Mercy, yeah, it's like, tell, all right, bro. Like this, we need to actually cut this guy out of our life. Like this isn't some shit people say IRL. Like you always say this shit in a fucking cartoon, bro. Like we need to I not trust this man. We need to stay as far away from it. Like I went from like feeling him out to where like, all right, this guy's like a public threat. Like we need to like stay away from this man. Like like this is also a very weird fucking thing to say. Like, because I thought the direction this was gonna go in is like, oh, I'm surprised she hasn't asked you, and the MC would be like, why you say that? And he's like, oh, I mean, she's kind of close to you. I just figured like, but instead he's saying like, do you have any idea the worst? What the shut the fuck up, dude. Like, calm down. Nothing like that. All right, but all right, because he's jealous, right? But it's also like, you know, I mean, just because there's like do you want something to go on? Like that's kind of all right, dude. This guy, we need to get out. This is literally Shiro. This dude is fucking Shiro, bro. Like I swear to God, this dude like is like him and Shiro have fucking competition. I need to find a tier list for like mod characters. Him and Shiro have a fucking competition of like who's the worst fucking character. Like neighbors, shut the fuck up. This dude does not. This is exactly what I expect from someone in the fucking anime club, right? Like, dude, like the shows and what actually happens in real life, like, is completely fucking different, right? Like, apply to a bitch, you just go to the same high school. Like, what, you read between those lines plain as day. Dude, let us eat our fucking lunch, bro. Just get out of here. Like, you need a reality check. All right, to be fair, the MC, but it's also like, again, it's the question of like, well, okay, like, because this is like just two, like I said, it's like two aliens trying to like, blend in with human society, right? Because like if they were normal people, the way this conversation would go is Kiba would be like, oh, you interested in a club? It's like, oh, I talked with someone earlier about it, right? You want to check out their club after school. And he's like, oh, who's it? He's like, oh, Sayori walked to school. And he's like, oh, I didn't know she was, or yeah, she joined that club. But I'm surprised she hadn't asked you sooner. And the MC be like, oh, why is that, right? And he's like, oh, I mean, you two are like kind of close. I just figured it'd be something that would have occurred, happened. Like it'd be much more of like if these two were normal guys, it'd be much more of like a kind of like there would be like a bit of an implication that oh you two spend a lot of time together, right? But instead it's like these two like fucking like living in their delusions, like growing up only exists in fictitious. But and again, what the MC is missing, does he want that to happen? Because that's a valid question, right? I mean, obviously, we seemingly us as the player have the control, right? But that's like something, like if you're so vehement against it happening, it's like, all right, I mean, dude, like you're not even taking it into consideration, like possibility, like, dude, like these two need to like, can we please like get out of this interaction? Like, would you ever date? That is not a fucking shut the fuck up. Shut up. I hate fucking oh my god. This is such a crazy fucking comparison. No, like it's not like that at all, right? It's shut up. Jesus Christ. Also, if this guy says anything other than whatever, dude. I fucking hate these two already. It is not like that at all. Like that is what is Sayori? Sayori's in the fucking sister zone. Like, shut up, dude. Like, is that what you're? I fucking hate these two. Can we please skip past this conversation? Like, shut the fuck up, dude. These two need to like fucking. They're we're. What are you? These all right? These two are like living in their own fucking world. Like these two are like actually like losers, like and delusional. Like they like this could have been like a normal conversation, and then all of a sudden they're just gone off like the fucking deep end. Like, I mean, shit. All right, to be fair, there probably are fucking animated VNs where this happened, but like the whole he's missing the whole point in that Sayori is not his fucking sister. Like, I don't know what to tell you, guy. Like Sayori, like there's no equivalent. Like having a friend of the opposite sex is not the same as having a fucking sibling. Like, you know, that's no, it's not the same way. Like that's such a stupid fucking point. Like, dude, can these two please fucking like can we not have this conversation? Like, dude, yeah, but the MC is no one to blame but himself. Like he started like of course I understand. What? No, he doesn't. He's just making this shit up. Just get the fuck out of here. Like, All right, dude, shut up. Quit being a fucking gooner, bro. Like, I swear to God, like, chill out, like, calm down. You don't crash out over this, right? Like that shit was probably sale once you reach our age. What are you fucking talking about, dude? Like these, I swear to God, you'd always try getting like every art non all right, but like I don't because the MC himself is fucking delusional in this instance. Like you like him comparing Sayori to like a sibling's like crazy. Like that's like, all right, dude, like what the hell are you talking about? Like just wouldn't be the same. Like these two need to oh my god, dude, just get the fuck out of here. I don't want to like speak to this guy more. Like, you know, so, I mean, you could, all right. And then again, all right. But also, like, dude, like, I swear to fucking Christ almighty. Because this is also such an insane thing to ask on the part of Kiba, but also, depending on the MC's response, can kind of gauge his feelings, right? Absolutely not. You know, let's go back to, dude, these can we please move on? Like, this is actually fucking horrible. It's not the same. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, that's why I'm like, what the hell is the MC talking about? Like, he's bringing up his sister. Like, there's no relation with that whatsoever. Like, the Kiba's right in this instance. It's like, why the fuck does the MC keep going back to his sister? Like, think of it this way. How'd you feel if someone tried dating? Sayori isn't your fucking sister, you idiot. You fucking dumbass. Like, this is actually like I'm not gonna lie, this is actually very like this is a huge fucking red flag on the part of the MC. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like this is actually like a major fucking red flag for the MC. Because like he's basically being possessive over Sayori and who she cannot, spend time with. Which like because obviously Kiba's annoying as shit, but he's not like, and other people find him annoying. But like he's not saying like, oh, the MC can only hang out with whoever, right? The MC's basically controlling, who Sayori can or cannot it'd be different if like he's like, oh no, because you're a fucking loser or whatever, like you're weird, like you're annoying. But he keeps going to this whole sister thing, which she's not his fucking sister, right? Like that's such a stupid fucking point to make. But it's also like this is just so fucking crazy. Like I'll personally shut the fuck up. I ain't reading that. But you're such a fucking dumbass. Like, you know, like the MC is such a fucking idiot. One, Kiba is not, in that same instance, right? Two, she's not your fucking sister. Like, is he like, dude? Like, he's actually like this is actually such a. I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty big red flag. That's like, dude, like this guy, the MC is actually fucking delusional here. Like, you've got a point. No, he doesn't. Like, this is such a fucking crazy conversation, right? No, it feels like, yeah, like, no, like, dude, how about these two? I really don't want to see this man again. Like the first conversation, like the first interaction these two had, and it was so fucking crazy. Like these, oh my god, this was such an insane fucking interaction. Like, now you join. I mean, we're fucking joining. We're not joining the Anime Appreciation Club. Like, she went out of her way to invite you. So, I mean, and like, Kiba brings up a good point here. Like Kiba's actually being a normal person, human being. Like this is what normal people say. Like, I mean, if she invited you to join, like, and you don't got anything else, like you probably should. Like, it would really mean a lot to her. Yeah, that's why I'm like, Kiba, like, for as fucking crazy as their earlier interaction was, like Kiba brings up a really good point here. Like, because I thought he was gonna say like, "Oh, swing by my club," but instead he's like, "Oh, I think you kind of should join." Like that was a good thing to say on his part. Like, if I'm taking it, but it's good advice. It's solid fucking advice, right? Like he brings up a really good point there. Yeah, like after school spring. How is it spring already? What? Or say, or dude, you pick you like you can just walk to the fucking room. Like, just she can text you the room that like could have met near the club, But I mean, we know obviously how much it means to her. That's why she's not letting like anything, falter, right? So she's fucking just like sprinting. What the hell? She's dying, bro. Like, what are you, bitch? Fucking delusional. What the hell? Like, stay in 90-degree angle. Bitch, fucking a right angle, right? In the east wing. All right, kind of facts though, because my high school was split into two wings, and the walk between, like, if you walk from like one side to the other, it'd probably be a solid like 10 minutes, honestly. Like, I don't want to say it'd be more than that, but good. We had this specific thing where you would call travelers. If you had a class in the other wing, you got like an extra 5 minutes to make it to. Honestly, it was pretty stupid because like I don't understand why they wouldn't just extend the length of like time between class periods, but whatever, right? So it ran the whole way. I mean, yeah, but also like you could just send them the room number. But obviously, also like we know that this means a lot to her, right? So damn, damn, like you don't need to fucking like Jesus Christ, like dude, like instead of thinking like, damn, she ran all the way here for me, he's like, damn, she's slow as shit. Like, dude, I actually hate. I haven't had a mod where I've hated the MC in like a while, and like this MC's really fucking pissing me off. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, psychic. That's why I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like, yeah, the MC and Kiba, like those two, like are actually like will be in your territory. What are you fucking talking about? Like, borderline connect. I wonder all right. I'm curious if we're gonna get any new faces. I assume it's gonna be the main four. Imagine if we see Tiffany. If you remember Tiffany, right? The old Tiff, right? Damn, that girl's gonna kill me one of these days. So yeah, it's literally just the four, right? But I assume there'll be more. I mean, if we already got a new face, right? In the form of Kiba, I assume we'll probably get introduced to new characters throughout the mod. Bex, except for what kind of creature it's like. Dude, this is literally like this would be like the equivalent of like the fucking anime club if like a woman walked in. Like that would this is like the rough equivalent. It's like a male, a boy, like what, like you lost, like but all right, a normal greeting, but it's like it's like oh, so it's like oh, you're let's see, so it's not like we were expecting you, or we weren't expecting you, but obviously the elephant in the room, you know Grimace, who carries our duty so energetically, role of recruiter. I mean, hey, she got it done though, like from class three and the current president of the Literature Club. It's nice to meet you. I mean, because also like that's why I'm like like presumably if they keep the same like kind of a character, um, right? Like she'd still be like whatever like class star, right? Or like popular. And again, debate team, president of Literature Club, and again that goes into her whole character arc, right? So, all right, my name's Jeremy. I'm in class 3C. Nice to meet you. And they actually do like they have their class numbers. I mean, we don't know which class we're in, right? I just pointed that out because I think that's the first mod that's actually like, went to that level of depth with like the actual school academic classes, right? But student council. Ski also from class 3C. Damn, so you're in 3B then? Nobody, hostility. It's like, all right, stay away from that one. 3C, third year, talk about shocking, But I mean, fucking well, you know how it is, right? Because like, let's put it this way, right? I'm a dude, right? Like, obviously, but I'm like 5'7", so I'm on the shorter side. Actually, I'm curious. Like, I'm actually like, hold on, let me look this up. Male height. Uh, like, let's actually kind of, I want to see something like this, right? So, let's take a look at. All right, not height. I just want to see male height chart. I want to see the like average. All right, we're getting all right, there's I can't find it. Whatever. But I was gonna say like, but even so, like I'm still like 5'7", right? Like, I'm short for a dude, right? But that's like I'd say like a very like average, I guess, height in general, right? I'm not like anything super short, right? Yeah, at least I don't think so, but maybe that's just coping. Like someone like Natsuki, like that, you can kind of see what I mean. It's like if you were like, let's say, a big dude, like if you were a big dude, right? It's kind of like, yeah, like someone would think you're adult. And it's like, oh, I'm actually 18 or whatever. It's like, huh? Like they think he's like faculty. Like, not exactly. I didn't say anything. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, yeah, it's like I haven't met any of you. Like, all right, well, that's a her problem. Like, given the size of the student body. But yeah, that's why I'm like, say we're seeing to know each other. I mean, yeah. So we're also in the same homeroom. He's like, I want to be outside, I don't remember. So I feel honored, if not for how she. What did she do? Wait, what? I'd almost feel honored if not for how she. What did she do? All right, so there's some like weird lore drops being introduced. Like, let's see. Now I understand. Hold on. Oh, because she knew that she was gonna bring him here, right? So hey, I mean, it worked though. It worked, right? Like, it worked. All right, but also, I'm not gonna lie, ruffling that like this is also why it's like Kiba, like, all right. To be fair, he's a weird dude, but he also brings up like if you're fucking ruffling her hair, dude, come on, man. Like that's like really like that's like something that like you like friends don't really do, right? Maybe that's crazy on my end. But like you're like friends don't go ruffling each other's hair. Like it's like, all right, man, like, you may have to do some self-reflection there. So to make me lose my appetite, you know. Yeah, but also in the fact that's like very awkward ratios, of male to female in the club, right? So stay, let's see. So again, just the normal, yeah. Well, you don't buy, you make them, right? Well, they're not custom made. They were made by Natsuki, right? Or presumably, above average. It's like, what the hell, I mean, like, that wouldn't even be a question in my mind. I'd just be like, damn, I didn't think of that, because I just have a shitty fucking water heater, right? Like boiler. So I don't have like an actual teapot. She begins zoning out the thought. Does sound rather just like disassociates, like reading in free time. He's like, oh, I'll be honest, I don't read shit. Like, but also because again, it's like the reality is like I don't really read. Like because like saying that to someone who like very clearly enjoys that as a hobby, right? You being like, oh, I don't really do that. Like, again, it's kind of like, yeah, like, so you can kind of see how that, something, all right, bro's not even trying. Like, something along those lines. He's making shit up. Like, but that changed. What the hell is he talking? All right, he's giving his backstory. Used to be my main source of entertainment, but that changed. What? How? Like, I'd be like, what are you fucking talking about, dude? Like, you know, I already get to lie. Like, it's been pretty. What the fuck? All right, dude. Like, have it up from her. Yeah, that's why I'm like, that's what I was curious about. Like, how can you be so? That's not like that's a normal response. Like that's called making conversation. God, this guy is such a fucking loser. Like I feel like that's a normal response. Like him saying like, "Oh, that shit. It used to be my main source, but that changed." I'd be like, "Oh, what happened?" Like that's a normal fucking thing to ask. Like, I'm surprised you didn't ask it, immediately, right? Like that's such a life got busier. Shut the fuck up. This guy is not busy as shit. He just goes home. Go home club. All right. Uh, Wait, so but also this is to be fair, the MC is actually bringing up a really good point, and like like because that's kind of the reality, and like I don't want to say high school, but also probably high school, but like I'd say definitely kind of like college onward. Some of those like hobbies that you had kind of fall to the side, for things like academics or like work, right? I didn't really notice it in high school so much as like college and now post college, right? So where the fuck is she? Like, Sayori's part of this guy, but I was gonna say like he brings up a really good point. You know, Let's see, and again, like, because this is Natsuki. Where? Oh, nobody told you. You know, it's like, hey, I don't remember. It's like, whoa. Also, but what? So, because the MC said like, Oh, Sayori's downcast, right? But where the fuck is she? Like, she's not wasn't a part of that conversation. Like, thanking me. It's yeah, 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 yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on. Kiba. All right, Kiba's a fucking loser. But what the hell is he talking about? Semester seminar. Kiba once presented fucking seminar. He's writing his thesis on this. What the hell? The modern world. All right, he's making shit up. Like, surely that was a coincidence. Tainted by what's a wisdom, dude. That's why I'm like, these two need to like actually like go outside and touch grass. Like the conversation, their conversation earlier was so fucking insane. I can't think I'm the only one. I can't be the only one who thinks that. Like that was such an insane conversation that they had. Like it's actually like, you know, what about Sayori? Because like he brought up her, looking downcast, and then like, just didn't. I mean, how I guess, but also I don't trust how he said like, oh, I'd have respect for her if it wasn't for, and then they like got cut off, and it's like, what were you gonna talk about? Like, I mean, I feel like if anything, he's like, oh damn, I didn't think she'd know me. But like, saying it's unsettling is like, you know, all right, shut up, dude. Like, but I mean, like, I feel like, dude, like this is just people who think they're mysterious. It's like, you know, she was bound to draw. She became all right. So all right. So I guess this is the issue, because she's in like I can see this being an issue with Monica, given her character, right? She ends up becoming like the teacher's pet, or like the model student for like everyone else to, like go after, like she becomes the standard or example, right? But that's also all right, yeah, it does sound stupid, but it's also like I can this makes more sense if this is what he was referring to earlier. But also, like, dude, all right, come on. You can't just keep cutting shit off. The constant comparisons remind me of why are you cutting that shit off? Like, what happened? Like, didn't mean to like again, like solid point, That's why like he was just like zoning out. He's like, I'll be honest, I wasn't paying attention. Like, Ilfane, wait, did she just call me, a candidate? Like, yeah, like all right, shut the fuck up. This line alone would make me quit. I'd be like, shit, if you don't want me here, I'll head out. I enjoyed the cupcake. See ya, bye. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's like, would you, yeah, he's like, it's like, that's not, yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's all right. But like, at least the MC understands. He's like, the dynamics here, right? Kind of, lead to that. So, let's see. Serene Seer psychological. Natsuki prefers less complex, polar opposites, I mean, but they appear to be any different. I mean, figures. But also, to be fair, his probably biggest question, is like, what would you call it? Like his biggest question is shit, weren't you part of the debate club? How'd you end up president of this? Like, and then yeah, obviously he knows Sayori, right? So to know, what all right, what is this? Is this dude about to ask something crazy? Designated activities, like extracurricular stuff, didn't we mention that earlier? He's like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't paying attention. Like, spur of the moment, and putting on airs to make me think the club was super relaxed. But yeah, so I guess his worry was that it was going to be like a regimented thing. But, in reality, it's like, it does just seem like it's a group of like, I guess, girls, right, hanging out. And yeah, it's made the obvious no brainer decision here, And so I'm like, consider shut the fuck up. All right, I've been super pissed. Damn, that's crazy. What would you have done? Like, but attendance isn't necessarily, I mean, there's probably I think the easiest thing there's probably a club group chat, just add it to it. Like I feel like that's kind of a no brainer option, right? So vouching for him, like, it's like, all right, whoa, all right, come on, man. Like, rough. That's why I'm like, dude, like, I guess this is something I really pointed out, in previous mods, or just I think I only pointed out because of the conversation he had with Kilo. Like, wrestling and like, messing with the hair, like that's friends don't really do that. Like that's like a more inherent, like deeper level of like, relationship going on there. But obviously it'll get explored later. But that's just sort of one point. Like if I see like this is what I'll say. Like if because uh I don't know. Like I don't have a specific example. Like I'm trying to think of a specific example of like two buddies of mine. I think, yeah, no, I don't have a specific example. But if like I saw a girl and a guy acting like this, I just assume they're a thing. I'm like, because even like siblings don't act like that, right? That's like, siblings are, it's much more of like a fucking like, oh, you like be like fighting each other, right? But this would be like, oh, they're probably like a thing, right? So you are good enough, dude. Just get in. There's a messaging group. That's why I'm like, no, we live in the digital age. You can have group chats, right? You know, email. Oh my god, don't. There's no way. Just add his fucking phone number. Is there no like? Even if this were in our country, they'd probably have WhatsApp, right? In the U.S., we got fucking Messenger. So like, there's no fucking way they're doing emails. Oh my god. Ugh. That's crazy. The email is crazy. There's no fucking way. Just add his fucking phone number. Oh, mm, hmm. This. Oh yeah, gonna. Fucking sarcastic motherfucker. Like, all right, all right, fucking dumbass dude. Just ask to walk her home, man. All right, I'm not gonna lie. This was fine as fucking saying like, "Good afternoon, wonderful." But I thought he actually like knew what she wanted, But yep. Oh, all right, yep. This. All right, come on, man. Come on, man. This is also what I'm saying, like, bro, like because she's giving the valid reaction, like, huh? And even because like fucking Kiba, said that, right? But the MC was like, yeah, yeah, whatever. But him, he's like this is literally like he's just like blatantly like complimenting her here, like it's a blatant lip service. But also like I thought he was gonna she wanted him to ask her to walk her home, right? Oh yeah, that's a purely logical you know. Did we cut to black? Soon present with an art. What is it? I swear, we better not fucking see Kiba. Like, they should be on cloud nine. Well, because again, damn, freaking, what the hell is? All right, he's like saying something truly off, but because again, the MC doesn't know, but we know how Sayori is, right? And a big thing being because there's the too good to be true moment, or the possibility of someone else entertaining him. So now it's kind of like obviously like it makes sense, when you think about it, like she succeeded, but then it's like, all right, what's next? Like, and again, like he like this. What I will say, what I do like about this MC though is he's not a complete fucking dumbass. Like he's not like just he's weird as shit. Like I really just that conversation he had with Kibo was just so fucking crazy and like so weird that like I just do not trust him like based off that alone. But like, and as well as the potential red flag game with his like possessiveness over Sayori. But it's also like, he's not an idiot, right? He's not like dense or like, he's just weird as shit. But she doesn't wear it for her appearance. But you ask permission first. Yeah, because it's also like, he normally just says shit, right? So just what? Fucking what? what is he talking about? What? All right, dude. I just take back everything I fucking said. What the hell is this? Is he like joking? What the fuck is he talking about? Like, all right, that's why I was like, there was, all right, dude, that was such a crazy fucking thing to say. You know, scary start. Yeah, that was. I'm not gonna lie, that was such a crazy fucking comment. I'm like, what the hell is he? Uh, what is it? Shut the fuck up. Like, all right. So, all right, that was just such a crazy thing to say. I'm like, what the fuck is he? But it kind of makes sense, right? I see it. That was still a crazy thing to say, though. But again, obviously you had to break the ice. So, yeah, because he's like, why are you sorry for that? Like, when did? Oh, because wait, am I stupid? Because I guess the question this raises is what happened to his mom? Because obviously, all right, I thought the MC was just making shit up. But I guess, it really was the case. He used to read it and it kind of fell off, and presumably something to do with his mother, right? But then the question is kind of what happened to his mother, you know? Because I think if it's this serious, that's where he's going to be this sad over it, something must have happened. Like, yeah, that's why it's like, but then again, the question raised is what happened to his mother, right? You know, since the last thought, but what happened to his mother, right? And how poorly I've handled it. Yeah, because that's the one thing we need to know. It's like, so clearly something happened to his mother. Maybe she passed, like maybe something happened, right? And especially because, like, listen, I'm gonna be like, this is full transparency, complete honesty. Like, my mom's not really in a great position. Like, she is, I'd say, very like, I don't want to say she has fairly weak genetics, and she hasn't really been doing the best at taking care of herself over the years. And overall, it's just an issue of general mental, like, cognitive decline. You've got, and also just my parents, well, they didn't have me super late, but they didn't have me super young either. And again, now that I've graduated college and kind of moved out, right? It's like it's becoming more and more apparent. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if my mom passed by like 2030. Like, just full complete transparency. Like, all my dad's side of the family has all the good genetics, and it seems like hers got screwed over. Like, the big thing is the mental cognitive shit. Like, my fucking grandpa and her both had, like, well, he had pretty bad fucking dementia and Alzheimer's by the time I, like, was kind of aware of it. But now, we're seeing the beginning stages, and my mom can kind of bridge the gaps. But the point I'm bringing with this isn't about me. It's that, I'm post college grad now, so like it's different versus like the MC who is hasn't even graduated high school, right? And it's something to where, this presumably happened at the start of high school, whatever happened to his mother, especially if she did pass. So it's like that's something that takes an effect on you as a kid, right? And obviously someone like the MC who probably doesn't have the best support system, and someone like Yuri who would have no idea of his situation, right? You're damn, But like, I'm curious related to his family, because again, like, she cares about you, man, and it's like she doesn't, and especially if this is something that had affected him, she doesn't want to see that, like that's a good thing. Like, the occasional jog, damn, New Eyes reference where fucking Yuri would run to, like, uh what would you call it, to, like, overcome her, like, urges, right, to cut, you know but hopefully, I mean, and again, like, to be fair, that's kind of facts though. That's kind of like I'm a much more introvert dude. Like, so, like, it's something to where, like, I'm not big at, like, like, I'm not a big nightlife kind of person, right? So I'm usually like a guy who, like, I'll spend time hanging out with others during the day, but then it's like I just gotta go home and go to sleep, right? you know. And I think this is a good point to end now that we wrapped up the first day, Thursday. Why did we start in the middle of April 7th? Why do they have such a all right? We're gonna end it here. I'd say really kind of the main thing so far is I'd say I'm liking it so far. I'm not gonna lie that though the conversation between the MC and Kibo is pretty crazy. But the big kind of question or toss up at this point is what happened to his mother, right? You know, clearly something happened. Don't want to assume she's dead. Maybe just like a rough divorce or like, you know, something along those lines, right? But again, kind of the question is what happened, right? Eventually we'll learn. But also like I'm not gonna lie, I'm really liking how they're setting up the MC and Sayori. Like even though I'm a manga fan, right? I really like the relationship and dynamic between their character that we're being presented with so far. Like obviously the other three, you know, the other three like are pretty standard, but like the MC and Sayori, like they really got like a solid like you know friendship and bond going, right? And I think part of it's because again, you know, Sayori, I'd say like at least I'd say her character is slightly more refined in the sense that you know she like it seems like she's not fighting and battling as many demons as she is normally. And then I think the MC, the big thing is he's not as like dense, you know. He's weird. Don't get me wrong. Like his conversation with Kibo was so fucking weird. But again, like he doesn't have that like density factor to him as much, or at least as much, right? So basically, they're just more like normal people who have known each other for however long, right? So like it just works out. But I guess we'll see, you know, when we come back to this, right? But yep, that's it for this one. See you in the next